Your name and the question, sir.
My name is Samuel Wanko. Sir, my name is Samuel Wanko. Please, sir, I want you to throw more light concerning this. You said there is a worthy place. You said there is a worthy place.
Yeah.
Please, sir, I want you to please kindly elaborate on this worthy place.
Okay. Now, there is a level you get to in life where you become wealthy and money will no more be your problem. And like when I was saying that, I said, everybody is not a thief, everybody is not corrupt. There are people today that are living in the wealthy place. They are in a place where they are wealthy. In case you don't know, there are people that legitimately in Nigeria today on a weekly basis, they do an average of $1 million every week, legitimately, by virtue of the different opportunities that are available to them and by virtue of the different things that they do. I am involved in different businesses, so I know a lot of things about different industries. You'll be amazed at the kind of money that some people make every day. Their name is not on any list. Some people, for every ticket you buy, for every airline in Nigeria, they are getting a portion of that money. Think of how many tickets people buy in Nigeria every day. Just think of it. When you go to the airport, you know that every day when you buy a ticket, there's one small paper they put at the back of that 1,000 naira, 1,000 and 1,000. And you know, those are agencies that there are human beings that are also offering services that get. So imagine 1,000 for everybody that flies in Nigeria. Imagine the kind of money every week. There's money. So the wealthy place is not a location, it's not geography. It's a state or status in life where you are rich and wealthy. And money is not your problem. There are people that have set up foundations and they have employed hundreds of people for the purpose of having them to share their money. So the job of their foundation is to know, okay, where do we share money to? Where is problem that we can use money to solve? So there are people like that, and that place is not full. There's still vacancy for as many people as can access it. You get that? Thank you, sir. Another question? Just tell us your name and the question. And if you want to write it, you can send it forward.
All right. My name is Levinos. Okay, you talked about the wave of the future, like the AI, the robotics, the cryptocurrency, and other ones. So my question is this. Is there an academy where somebody, kind of corporate academy, where somebody can learn all these things that is legitimate? And secondly, you manage so many businesses, followed you for some time. So my question is this: how do you manage all these things and you are still a pastor running all these things successfully?
Okay, so let me talk about, you see, the world we live in today, there's actually information overload. Google is your friend. We have what we call the University of Google now. And it means that anything you need, just Google it. And you'll be amazed and you'll be shocked at the level of information out there. So where is the academy? It's online. Just Google it. Where can I learn about this? You will see all kinds of options that will show up to you. Then you now begin to investigate each of the options to now know which one you can explore. Do you understand? There are organizations in Nigeria right now that trains people for all the different opportunities that are available. And when they train you for free. They not only train you for free, they accommodate you for free. They feed you for free in Nigeria. But apart from training you, feeding you, accommodating you, when they finish training you and you have gotten it, they will now get you a job. But you will now sign that for the next 5 to 10 years, every money you make, a percentage will come to them. Do you understand now? That's what's happening now. So that school exists. So there are a lot of them in Lagos. And so if you have children, you have young ones, you know, there's Scrum Master, there's Project Man, all kinds. They are all in Lagos. We have, and I think some of them are in the north and in the east. So, but once you contact us, I can give you a link to. Okay, my phone is in my pocket. So let me just give you a connection to one of my guys so that you just... So one of my guys, his name is Benga Totoi. So you can go to that name, Gbenga, then Totoyi, Benga Totoi. So you can send him a message on Instagram and tell him Dr. Olumide Emmanuel said I should contact you, so he will get back to you. So all those opportunities, he will let you know where to go to. And so if he needs to charge you, he will charge you, so it's not free. So the school is free, but for him to connect you, he may charge you consulting fee so that you will not say, I didn't say it's free. The school is free. Do you understand now? The school is free, the accommodation is free, fitting is free, then you will sign contract. When you now start working, they will also get you a job. But for him to connect you to them, he can now decide to charge you. That's his prerogative. Okay, last question. Okay, so when I started out, all the things I'm doing now, I didn't start everything at the same time. Do you understand now? I started growing capacity and adding responsibility as I was growing capacity. Right now, so many things. I run a group of companies that has 9 subsidiaries, offices in 4 continents. I'm a board member of 23 companies. I'm a chairman on 13 of them. I'm an overseer of a church with 14 branches globally. I'm a father. I'm training. I'm many things. So the key is, I didn't start everything at once. I grew capacity and added responsibility. Then I built system and structures around what I do. And the word system for me is SYSTEM. Save yourself time, energy, and money. So what I do is whatever I can do that nobody else can do is what I focus on. Then whatever I can do that others can also do, I delegate it to them. And whatever I cannot do that others can do, I outsource to them. So as I began to grow, I go up, I shed weight. I go up, I shed weight. So many of the things I do now, I actually don't run them. People run them, I oversee. Even church, I don't pastor any church now. You understand now? I'm the overseer of a network. So in the headquarters, we have a senior pastor. So about 8 years ago, I ordained somebody as a senior pastor of the headquarters. So anything about the headquarters, even me, I don't know. He's there. I've done it for 20 years. He don't do, making to do, you know, while I go to the nations. So that's why I can be here today, be here tomorrow. So I don't need to be in church on Sunday. I'm called to the body of Christ. But I was in church for 10 years. So now I pastored directly for 20 years, 10 years primary, the last 10 years secondary. Now I've handed over. I'm just overseer. So that's what I do. So I pick all the different areas of my life, and we have 7 days a week. So I give 2 days each to each of those areas and 1 day for myself. So 2 days for family, 2 days for business, 2 days for ministry, 1 day for myself. That's the way I plan my life. And I'm very intentional about that. If I give you my diary now, you will see rest day there. So in my diary now, Monday and Tuesday, in my diary, is there that I arrive from Enugu on Monday. I'm not stepping out of my house until Wednesday. That's in my diary. But when I found out we are going back tomorrow now, I'm happy. So I have the whole of Monday, the whole of Tuesday. By Wednesday, I start work again. Do you understand? So I program everything. In my diary, I put it there, this for rest. So I plan my family day, I plan business day, I plan everything. I am that deliberate and intentional about it. So that's the way it works. So with that, I don't have to be thinking, oh, is there diesel in church? Oh, did they print MB? Oh, that's not my business. My own is just to come to church, preach, give oversight. So you have to learn to delegate some of those things, and that will help you. Next.
All right. This question is from online.
Okay.
We'll take a question from online, so we'll continue. The name of the person asking is James Saja, online. For someone, that's a question, for someone who is a salary earner, how do you build from your salary to generate enough for investment? And what investment can be comfortably managed while still keeping your 9 to 5 routine?
Okay. First thing I would advise you to do is to get the School of Money book. So save money to get the book. Every question you have asked is answered in the book. In that book, I spoke about how to do business part-time. I spoke about how to create wealth, even if you're a salary earner. All those things are documented in the School of Money book. But to answer your question, the first thing is to apply those laws that I mentioned. The law of saving, the law of financial intelligence. So get School of Money book and get information. Number 2, the law of delayed gratification. Make sure that you don't spend all the money you get. Number 3, the law of saving. Start saving. And when you save money, I advise people to save between 10 to 20% of all their income. So if you're a salary earner, you are earning 100,000, you should be able to save 10 or 20,000 every month. And when you save 10,000 every month in 1 year, you have 120. But there's a way to go beyond that. Instead of waiting for 1 year to have 120, you can look for 12 people to join you and start a contribution. And you can get the 120 faster. And that's how you can explore savings. So it is that saving that you now use for investment. Now, what investment can you do that does not affect your 9 to 5? So many investments, so many opportunities. Those 17 things that I listed to you, that's what they are there for. So if you have listened to us online, go there. E.g., transportation. If you have money and you buy tricycle, or what do they call it, this keke, it doesn't affect your job. Somebody else will do that. If you have money, you buy a car, Uber, even if it's Okada, if they are still doing Okada in your state. These are things you can do that doesn't affect anything. If you open a barbing salon, you don't need to be there. You're not a barber. There's somebody that will be doing that. So there are different businesses you can do. Even in the School of Money book, that's why I recommend the book for everybody. There is a whole module on businesses you can do with little or no money. So that will be my advice for you. Apply those laws: personal development, delayed gratification, savings, then investment. And then get the book. It will help you further. Next.
Okay. Has someone submitted a question?
Okay.
As an individual with passion for business, please, sir, what training or education on business should I start studying first?
There are so many free training online. I'm telling you, even Harvard has free courses. Go online, free business courses. They are available, free. I'm talking certification courses. Because COVID changed the game. We run an entrepreneurship academy where people pay to come. But when COVID came, we have to go online too. So we too have online entrepreneurship academy. But the information is there. Go to YouTube, go to social media. Just Google it. Free business class, free entrepreneurship. You will see their videos. Free. You don't need to, free. And then what you now need to do is to connect to mentorship. So if you have someone that is in the industry you want to go into, connect to them so that they can mentor you. Because there are some things that no school can teach you. It's life that will teach you. So after you have gotten all the basics, you now go for mentorship so that you can have on the ground, hands-on experience. So that would be my advice for that person. You don't necessarily have to go to one school where you are going from money to night. No, the online platform is there with free certification courses. And some of them are not as easy as many people think they are. The fact that it's free does not mean that you will just go there and play. No. My wife is one of the people that do a lot of other. She has done a lot of courses online. And many of them are free. But when you see the conditions for them to even choose you, sometimes you are like, is this enough free? Can't you stop? You can't stop because they won't give you certificate if you don't go through the module. There are assignments. There are things you must do within a particular time. So the world has become easier. So go online and get yourself trained and then connect to a mentorship for practical aspects. Next question. I think somebody was lifting up their hands there.
All right, let's take down.
Thank you, sir. Please, at the beginning point of every venture, there is always this fear.
At the beginning point of what?
Of every venture, especially
okay, any venture. Okay.
Yes, especially beginners. There is always this fear of failing and the fear of losing. So how can one begin overcome such?
Okay. Listen and listen well. Investment is two-sided. Risk and reward. Risk and reward. Once you understand that every investment you go to, there is no risk-free investment. the risk can be low or high. So once you go in with the mindset of risk and reward, you already know that that's it. So that fear you have, everybody that is a billionaire today had the fear, but they stepped out. So courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is moving on regardless of your fear. So while you are fearing, what if I lose the money? Do it afraid. Do it afraid. You'll be shocked that you won't lose any money because it's in your mind. And every business you start goes through what is called a teething problem, where the business is trying to stabilize. Sometimes you need to keep reinvesting and reinvesting and reinvesting before things stabilize. So that's why you have to ensure that you don't touch your capital, and you ensure that you don't start eating the profits. Before you start eating the profit, reinvest it until the business is stable enough to stand on its own. So that's it. Any other question?
Yeah, so.
Okay.
I'll say this for the last. Considering the economic challenge, how can one make out saving? How can one make out saving in a salary of 30,000 naira and still be in charge as a family man?
Okay. There are a lot of things that are wrong from the foundation. And in order for you to be wealthy, you have to be brutal. You have to be brutal. Because many of the things we have accepted as normal is not normal. Do you understand? E.g., must you have more than a child? Do you know this is a discussion that we don't have? You are a poor man, you marry a poor woman, now they born pikin. Must you born? This is a reality. Must you born at all? Even you go born 2, 3, 4, 5. Because people are giving birth to children for rich people in their family to take care of. That's it. So you start from there. Must you marry? If you decide to marry, must you born? If you decide to, must you born more than one? Do you understand? These are brutal issues that you need to settle. Then when you settle, because what takes money from people is feeding, accommodation, and school fees. Those are the three major things. So when you pick those three, that's one, you see, as a consultant, one of my major USP is reduction of expenditure. No matter how poor you think, if I enter your life, you will see things that you are spending money on that doesn't make sense. So you have to be brutal. So let's pick food. We say 3 square meals. Is 3 a square or a triangle? So where did we get it from that you must eat 3 times a day? Who told us that? Who told us? But because we are brought up like that, even when you are not hungry, you say, where's my dinner? So my son, sometimes we eat by 4, 5. I'm full. 2 hours later, Daddy, what's for dinner? I said, there's no dinner. You just say, but there's no dinner. It took years to help him understand that there's nothing called dinner, lunch. When you are hungry, you come. I say, are you hungry? Not really, but I've not eaten that. It's not about dinner. You are not hungry. Go and sleep. You won't die. Do you understand? It's an upbringing. Person with no hungry, they ask for breakfast. Must you eat when you wake up? Are you hungry? Fine. If you are hungry, fine. If you are not hungry, don't worry. By 12, you will take breakfast. You add it to lunch. So even the feeding, all this food we are eating, poor people eat more than rich people. Poor people eat more than rich people. You will just be chopping because you are not sure of the next one. So from your feeding, we can cut it down. You are eating tin food. You are buying special. What is that? Hello? Then accommodation. What is wrong in one room? What is wrong in room and parlor? Many of us grew up with father, mother, 6 children, room and parlor. Now you want to have self-contained. And you can't contain it. When you have extra room, you have extra luggage to carry. So we need to think. Why do you think there's double bunker? Do you know there's triple bunker? That's 1, 2, 3, 3 on one side. So even in one room, you can have 3 like this, 6 people in one room, and they will sleep comfortably. There are many things we are doing. Look, go to Dubai. People rent house per hour. A flat. Inside one room, there is a mattress. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So 6 people in one room. Then that 24 hours, they share it into 3. You will now rent 8 hours. Yes, I've been there. You will now see people sitting down outside because their own time never reach. So inside that one room of 6 beds is 18 people that are paying rent for that one room. And they have been there surviving, sending money to their family, building mansion. Many of us don't understand being brutal. You look, me where you see here, so if you know suffer where I don't suffer. That's why I spend my money with my full chest. I didn't steal it, I labor for it, I work hard, I spend hard, I enjoy hard. If you want to die, die. It's my money. Do you understand? I don't do conclave, I don't do go decking, I don't do cut, what I never do. Many of us, we want to begin to blow in the morning. When you are supposed to humble yourself, cut your hair. Say you are doing weave on, you are doing eyelashes, you are doing braid. Cut it. Just be putting anointing oil. You'll be fine. Hello? Then the third one, school. Until your child is 4 years old, the school is useless. Until your child is 4 years old, the school is useless. You see, look, private schools are making money from all this dysfunction. What is your child going to do in school? Do you know that when they go to school, the first 1 year, all they are doing is they will give their crayon. They will be doing like this. Just for their hand to be able to... Nothing. Is in kindergarten. They have created name kindergarten, preschool. What is preschool? It means school has not started. Preschool. Before the time of school reach, preparing for school. That preparing for school, you are paying for preschool. And let me look, they are very brutal, especially with married people. I sit couples down because many husbands are not thinking straight, many wives are not realistic. I sit people down. Let me ask you a question. If your husband or wife's salary is useless, let us sit down at home and take care of the children. He's not full-time housewife. Now, you are earning 80,000 man, 80K. What is 80K? That will not leave children to go and be doing school, will not be paying 300,000 for the school. Leave that useless 80K job. Sit down with your children. Do homeschooling. Train them at home. So that when they are old and they're going to school, they are going to school normal. And while you are at home, you are not a full-time housewife. There are things you can do online to make money. So many times, husband is working, wife is working. You carry children that don't have any idea. You give them to school that are doing nothing with your children. And you are paying money to prosper somebody else. So it's preschool. It's preschool. It's not a school. It's preschool. Next question, my brother.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Okay, I had to save this last question to clear up the air. And I'm not the one asking the question, so please.
No problem.
While
Feel free.
Answering it, don't look at me, please.
No. You are the one asking. You are the point of contact.
Okay, the question goes like this. I am interested in opening a bar.
Okay.
But I feel it's a sin or morally wrong. What's your advice? What's your advice or your take on this?
Okay. Now, please listen. Let's go to Google. Are you ready? A counter in a pub, restaurant, or cafe across which drinks or refreshments are served. Bar has nothing to do with alcohol. Hello? It is because of training that when you hear bar, the first thing you think is alcohol. So a bar is a place where people come for drinks and refreshments. That is why we have changed the name from a bar to a lounge, just to give it a corporate. So as a Christian, remove alcohol and you are good to go, because that business is big business. It's under the food So create a place where people can come and drink, and then they can come and take small chops, fish, bomo, asu, suya, fish barbecue. They can put big screen there. They can watch football. They can watch movie, but no alcohol, no smoking. And there are non-alcoholic wine that you can also put there. As a Christian, you can do it, but without alcohol and without smoking. And let me tell you something. There are a lot of clean families. They are not even born again, they are Catholics, Anglican. They are clean families that are looking for a place like that, where they can go and relax, husband and wife. No lewd music, no lewd dressing. You can give inspirational songs. It's not church song, just inspirational free song. You do a lot of stuff. You'll be amazed at the kind of money you can make. Next question.
Okay, thank you, sir. How do you manage your spouse that does not have some ideology as regards money discipline?
Okay, all of us did not start with knowledge. We all learnt it. So if for any reason you have a spouse that does not know what you know, be patient with them to grow. Because marriage is a partnership. And it's very, very important for you to know that that partner is not your enemy. All you need to do is to let the partner know that there is. So when you are knowledgeable, as you are getting the knowledge, are you passing it on? When you go for a conference, you learn something. When you get to what is the gist thing about? When you read the book and you learn something, babe, this book I'm reading, Kai, I'm learning something, so we need to change. You begin to say that, this program I went to, my God, that program. Hey, that is so. It's because a lot of couples are not friends. You are not friends. So anything you know, why did your wife not know it? Your spouse should have known it from gisting. Babe, that program where I go, if you see this happen, that happen. You begin to gist so that you can bring each other to the same level. Because there is nobody that will seek glory and reject glory. So if you let the person know that this thing, we need to do it to get to this level, they will get there. It takes a while. But once you consistently do it with love and patience, they will get it. And the best way to do it is to paint the picture of the future. Let them see the glory that is on the other side. Let them see the glory that is on the other side. They will be happy because they know that it's not for you, it's for them. If I'm telling you now, let's not go on holiday, let's buy a house. Am I your enemy? When we are buying a house with our name, and you know that if I die, you have a house. Now holiday, that means you are a stupid woman. For you to want to go on holiday instead of house. So you need to begin to use things to educate yourself. That's the way it works. Any other question?